Welcome, Debbie, to our first episode of SoulSpace with Mem. It's really exciting. Our theme for this month is all about self-care. And with this, I guess the isolation with the coronavirus, it's forcing me and I guess a lot of people to, completely stop and focus on themselves. I know for me, I've had to completely stop. But before I talk about me, because I always talk about myself, tell me a little bit about yourself and, your full name, what you do, your business, and what you do for work. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Debbie Dyson-Holland, actually Chris and Deborah, D-B-R-A, and I've been told that I should be using that name because when you are given a name at birth, that's the one that you're meant to go by, and that's the one that you resonate with energy-wise. So that's the one that will make you famous. So I've been told. So I should be saying I'm Deborah.
I like Debbie.
But I'm a massage. Yeah, just call me Debbie.
Yeah.
Or Debbie. I'm a massage therapist and a reflexologist, and I've been doing massage and reflexology for 20 years. This will be my 21st year now. And so I've found over the times of massaging people and doing reflexology, I've found lots of things through their feet because your feet don't lie. They tell me what's needing in priority-wise, health-wise. And so then I'll attack that area first and then we'll work on the others later as we get everything to be balanced. But the massage is very interesting because the physical side of things, as I was tying in and listening to people, it was a very big tie-in from emotional and mental stresses and traumas that were coming out into their physical body. So I've pretty well found yoga, been to Rishikesh in India. Yoga is amazing for actually finding the breath and coming back into that peaceful state of being within, as well as the poses and the postures, getting you physically fit and stretching your organs, like really squeezing your stomach and your digestive system, as you know.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to focus too much on my issues. I will in a minute, but 20 years in massage and same as yoga. It's been 20 years for you?
Yeah, I did my Rishikesh certificate a couple of years ago and my 59th year. So it was really hard. It was the hardest thing, and it was like literally a prison camp. No hot water, hard beds, like 6 till 6, really tough in the birthplace of yoga.
Did you say 59?
I was 59.
You're 59?
Yeah, I'm 60. I'm 61 this year. So that's what I mean. A couple of years ago, I was in Rishikesh with all these young students, like some of them were in their 40s, that are like family now to me.
59?
Yeah, I was 59 and did my certificate, but I've been filling in for a lot of yoga teachers in my, since 25, since I was 25 years of age. I've loved yoga. I've known that it makes you young, it makes you vibrant, it builds your energy for sure. The first yoga class that I went to, we all went for coffee afterwards, and these women sat around saying their ages, and they were like 82, 86, they looked 60, 50. And I went, oh, this is what you look like from doing yoga. Guess what? I'm going to be a yoga advocate forevermore. And I began filling in for teachers that would want a holiday because I was always there.
Oh, yes.
Knew the yeah. So yeah, love yoga, love meditation, love massage, love reflexology, love life.
That's amazing. And I really look up to people who can follow a work of their passion. And, work can take up so much of your life. And I mean, personally, I love helping people, and it's an obsession. But in another sense, it's bad for me because I don't focus on my well-being. And I love yoga, and I love exercise, I love nature. And so what happened for me, and the reason why I asked you to do this podcast, because you changed my life. You changed my life. So the isolation, like I said, has forced me to just completely stop. And and you started putting up those videos every day, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, and you're not even charging for it. And I've been putting them on my Rainbow Warriors business women's page.
I've seen.
And it's, for me, I think I've just been sitting on certain classes where I need to build, and like I haven't just gone straight from 1 to 16 in one go. I spent about 3 days on lesson 1, 2 and 3, and then I think I got up to lesson 7, and I fell in love with 7 because it was working on my hips, and I'm always sitting in the car, or I'm sitting in the office and always sitting, so my hips are always long-term problems there. So I sat on that lesson for about a week. And now you're into the digestion ones, which I'm super excited about. Tell me a little bit about digestion yoga stretches.
Sure. Well, the digestion, why I did 2 in a row for digestion was because it was after Easter and I'd been eating Easter eggs myself, and I thought everybody else is going to be in the same boat as me. So let's get that stomach really moving. And it's like rinsing out a rag. So some of the poses, you're twisting your body, and so it's really helping that, but also you're squashing by bringing, say, your right knee up. Always try and start on the right-hand side. If you bring your knee up close, because that's where our business comes up, and then it comes across our tummy and then down the left-hand side, and then it goes out the back. So we have to massage in like virtually a square, coming up the right-hand side, dipping down underneath the ribs, across the belly button, massaging up to the left-hand corner under the ribs, and then down that left-hand side towards your hip. And then you can come gently across the front of the lower part of your tummy, but that's your uterus and the prostate for men. So you don't go pressing too hard there. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt. You don't have to press hard anyway. But it's massaging in a circular motion with your fingers. So you're massaging up that right-hand side, under your ribs, across to your belly button, up to the left-hand ribs, underneath them, tucking down to the left-hand side. You can swap hands by then, coming down and around just gently across the lower part of your soft belly, and then back up the other side. So you're giving yourself bowel massage virtually. You're massaging your large colon. To do your small intestine, that's all the hundreds and hundreds of little sausages where is our food absorbs in through the lining of the small intestine. That's all underneath our belly button. So to massage that, you can literally crawl with your hands across there, or if you want to just jiggle and shake. I quite often put it to people, it's like a little pussycat pawing on your tummy. So you're sort of pressing around and making things gurgle. You'll hear your stomach gurgle. That's great. So that's making your digestive system like move around and squelch. And the peristalsis is when you're massaging that bowel, it's squeezing and making that peristalsis move the waste and the toxins out of your body. So the stomach is so important for us to maybe, and I tried to do a video the other day on a stomach massage, and it got banned by Facebook because my tummy must have been too sexy. Really, it was funny because I struggled all afternoon. Do I go and show my soft tummy to the world? So I can show this method of tummy massage, and then it was up for about 5 seconds, and then it was banned.
Wow.
And I complained. I sort of said, why am I being taken off? This is self-massage. My clients can't come to me at the moment because of the corona thing. So I'm trying to get it out there to help people, and they can massage their own tummy. And you know what? I use this if I'm going to a wedding or a ball or somewhere where I want a nice flat tummy. I start doing this tummy massage about 4 nights before an event, and I've got a nice flat tummy.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So I mean, I wasn't actually going to focus on tummies, but I would like to talk about this a bit more. Yeah, I had an event a few weeks ago. We launched this magazine.
Yay!
And you're in there. Yay. So
In
yeah,
the
we launched
oh,
we launched the magazine. I had an event a few weeks ago and I had a bit of a drama with my magazine being printed. And it was like silly me. I always leave things to the last minute, but there was a problem with the printing. And instantly my tummy bloated, which I've done this over the last 20 years. Like there was even a time when I was just bloated all the time. I thought that was normal. But then over the last few years, since moving to the Northern Rivers area and being more
yeah,
focused on my health, I learned to, eat differently or stress less. And I got rid of it and I realized that wasn't normal. And so I was going really well. But then this event, my tummy just went blah. And at the event it was massive and I was like, all the photos, it was just like, what happened? My son was saying, are you pregnant? So this is why this whole isolation is great for me, because it's forcing me to focus on my self-care. So
yeah.
this is something I'm going to be actually focusing on over the next month, is actual gut health. So
Great.
I know we'll be talking again throughout the month, I know, because there's so much to focus on. Yeah, so you're saying that self-massage, do you do that during the yoga session or do you do that when you're lying in bed before you go to sleep? Or
Perfect. Be perfect at night time as you're going to sleep. During the night, we have so many juices that really work on inside your stomach, and your acid and your alkaline sort of working and getting balanced. So just before bed, I find doing that circular movement around the large bowel. And there's a special move that I can show you for the ileocecal valve too, because we have like a little lid from the small intestine where all the food's absorbed into our cells and all the rest of it. Then the waste product comes up through a little lid, and this little lid can get stuck down through 9-gram bread, tomato seeds, if you eat nuts and inhale them and don't chew them. So gluten intolerance, lactose intolerance, that gets swollen and it won't let the waste products come out and around the bowel. So there is a special thing that I do to press on that, and you massage and massage, massage, and you cough, you go so that coughing, it literally lifts the lid and gets everything starting to work back normal again. So that's the key, and we needed to have let you know that before your event.
I know my chiropractor does that to me. He's done that to me a few times over the years.
Yeah.
He's a great chiropractor. He's not a clicky chiropractor, he's the kinesiology. But yeah, he has actually, that's been a recurrent problem. But this is really talking about, what is it, the what is it?
Ileocecal valve. So I think it's Ileocecal. Ileo, Ileocecal, ileocecal valve. And it's like a little lid. So your small intestines, and then it comes up through there to your large colon. So that's the way out. That's your sewer system, really. So imagine if this little lid doesn't get to work as efficiently, you're holding on to, excuse the French, old poo, and you're absorbing old toxins. And so you won't have energy, you'll be tired, you'll be bloated, you'll be cranky, it affects your mood. You know, they say your gut is your second brain, and it is, because it's doing so many things and telling your other mind, okay, I'm not functioning, I'm not happy, and we keep ignoring it. We keep having our gluten food, and I'm gluten intolerant, and I have to say that I'm a bit naughty. Once a week I'll have something with gluten in it, like that, a bun or something. But guaranteed after that, it's like poof, I'm pregnant. A little ball is down there, and then I do the massaging, and then I'll go to the toilet, and then everything will be all hunky-dory next week.
It's really getting some great self practices and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take control of my health. You know, I found that I was going to the massage every week, chiropractor every week. I would go and see people every week instead of just doing stuff for myself. And I've been like that. Hey, what was that?
We can do stuff at home.
Yeah, and you've taught me that. Now, I want to just say, you know, like everyone who's watching this, the Rainbow Women's community and beyond that, you know, we can all make this decision to do this. I think a lot of people are at different levels. They've got kids at home. Like I've got 4 kids. And a husband. It's crazy. You know, you always last on the list. If I could spend my whole days just doing yoga and breathing, you know, I'm changing that. So I'm going to use this time now to get back to making those choices for myself. And already, so the first time I did your class, the next day I was just exhausted on the lounge and I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. And I think it was because of the toxins, not because I'd worked too hard, it was just the toxins in my body had finally come out of my joints or wherever the toxins were. But it just made me realize that, you know, how much I had neglected my body over the years, and it was, you know, my turn to start focusing on myself, especially now at this time. Yeah.
It's good, ma'am, that you're doing the class 7, the lesson 7 over and over again, because until you're ready to move on, you should be sort of maybe making that a perfect feeling of lengthening and strengthening, and your tummy will be benefiting, your muscles will gain tone, you're lifting your own body weight, so you're not lifting a muscle or weights to be able to hurt yourself. So all of that is a big plus. So yes, when you're ready, you move on to the next particular lesson, and feel sure that half an hour, and that's why I've made it half an hour, because most people can have a half an hour's time to be putting aside. Big family that you've got, husband, kids, you know, wanting your attention. You're into your cooking as well. So guess what? Half an hour, if you get the time and you want to do 2 half an hours together, do it. But that half an hour was designed especially for busy people, and that's you.
Yeah, no, you've made it so achievable for me, and like for me to get those benefits, I'm feeling them every day. Like I'm a changed person. I'm changing the, you know, the food that we're eating. I just put a herb garden in. I'm going walking in nature. I think you were saying to walk on the grass. I think it was you.
Yes,
And
earthing and grounding.
yeah, and I go to the park and take my dog to the park, and I started taking my shoes off.
Yay!
And I tell you what, it was really weird because I just felt right up to my hips from the ground up. I don't know what it was, maybe the whole grounding thing, but everything was loosening up, but I just felt connected.
Well, Mother Earth has her own hertz. She has an actual vibration that rubber soles, years and years ago, there was a lot less illness, wasn't there? And that was when rubber soles were created and we started wearing shoes. Take those shoes off and connect with Mother Earth, and that hertz, that energy, that healing energy will come up, and 20 minutes is the prescribed time, and it's known to help respiratory systems, little kids with asthma. It helps cancer patients, and I believe it can heal. If you are in and walking on that earth barefooted 20 minutes a day, around your garden, on your lawn, down by the beach, go for a forest walk, whatever, you will feel better, like you were talking about just there.
Yeah, I made my husband do it too, and he's not into that sort of stuff. But and yesterday I took him, and he took his shoes off by himself.
Wow.
And I
Very
was
good.
like, yeah, I was like, wow.
Well, you're leading by example, ma'am. So many people are looking up to you and your girls that you have taken under your wing.
Yes, yeah.
All of those kids are going to learn so much when they're younger, rather than having to wait till you get to your 40s to find out all this great information.
Totally. I actually say that to them, and the ones that actually pick it up and notice and do it, sort of not wasting, but waiting 20 years to work it
Yeah.
out. But no, I really value everything that you are, and yeah, I hope that other women can take that opportunity as well to make that choice, and it's loving yourself,
It is. It is. It's honouring yourself and loving yourself. And we actually have got the time to do it now. So there's no excuses for everyone to jump on half-hour stretch yoga. It's on my page, on my Facebook page. And, I've got 270 people on my yoga page now.
Amazing. So do you have so you have a group for yoga?
I have a page that's called because I have my Jacaranda room. I've called Jacaranda Yoga, and I put it up on all my pages because I just want that yoga to get out there. So it's on my meditation and massage page. It's on my personal Debbie Dyson-Holland page, Jacaranda room. It's on the Jacaranda Yoga. It's on YouTube. I've put my yoga everywhere.
Great. So YouTube, on your Facebook page, and you've got a group as well for the yoga, and then Jacaranda, and then you're based in Terranora, Northern Rivers. Is it?
Yep, I have a yoga room that's called the Jacaranda room. That would be normally where I would be holding my yoga sessions. And I figured because everyone is in the same boat as me and they're locked down, I'm just going to continue doing the yoga lessons from my room. So that's how that came about.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I'm going to share it as much as I can, and I'm going to keep going with my yoga. Yeah, I would love to talk to you again. If you could join us another time this month to talk. And I think also just seeing my progress, like I'm not going to take photos of myself before and after, because I'm not someone who weighs myself, or I don't know, it's really about how I feel.
Definitely. And weighing yourself, like you said there before, you've only got to have one thing and you'll get bloated and it gives you a false reading. Don't weigh yourself. Your clothes will tell you volumes.
Yeah, and I'm wearing like under this top, I love wearing little comfortable like long singlet dresses when I'm at home.
Oh, no.
But I don't do that when I go out. But I actually am starting to feel, hey, I could do this. So
look out, girl. Woohoo!
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting because we're going to be filming a series in a few. Well, when the isolation is over, we'll be filming, and I really didn't have me on the to-do list of all the things that I had to do over the last 12 years. It's just been work. So thank you for making that possible for me. And I hope that we can see you again. So don't forget, everyone, Jacaranda Room, Debbie Dyson-Holland.
Yoga. Yeah, Jacaranda Yoga or Debbie Dyson-Holland. And from there, my pages, you can just jump onto one of the pages or go to YouTube.
And it's also shared on the Rainbow Women's group pages and the Facebook page as well. So we're going to share you as much as possible. So thank you, Deb, and Deborah.
Deborah, my rich name.
And we'll see you next time.
Lovely to speak to you, darling.
Thank you, Deb.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.